Alright, what's up everybody? This is Zacharias. We are back with more of Geneforge 1 Mutagen. We are in the town of Vakkiri now. You enter for the first time a colony of survivals on Susia Island. There is a good deal of astonishment on both sides. The creations seem to have done well on their own, much better than you would have suspected. They have moved into the Shaper ruins and made them their own. They have crops, shops, and guard patrols. The survivals in turn are speechless. They have clearly been without Shaper influence for many years and they have no idea how to react. They look overjoyed, relieved, and terrified at the same time. Most of all, though, they look expectant. They watch you carefully, gauging your every move, wondering how you are going to treat them. The power of the Shapers has always completely overwhelmed that of their creations. You, however, don't have the full power of the Shapers. You are weak, tired, untrained, and alone. Fortunately, they don't seem to know that. Welcome to Vakkiri. And remember, you can right-click to check stats if you're so compelled. The Servile is as muscular as a Thod. She is a massive creature, all the more remarkable when you consider that Serviles were not made for feats of strength. She notices how surprised you are by her physique. I am Brodus. I am the Vakkiri Blade. I defend the Serviles here from all threats. He puts extra emphasis on the all. If you mean us peace, I welcome you on behalf of myself and the Awakened. You said that you are awakened. Tell me about that. I should not. I believe it with all my heart, but that doesn't mean that I am a good teacher of it. She thanks. Talk to Cynthia. She is the best among us at explaining the path. You defend against all threats, even me? I do not believe that you wish to threaten us. I am not some taker to believe that the Shapers are always evil. But be warned, if you threaten us, your powers will not stop us from acting against you. You are a blade. What does that mean? It means that I defend the Serviles here from all threats. I am the leader of the guard and the first to fight. And with all the threats we have faced recently, I am kept very busy. You are very muscular for a Servile. I am the way you created me. I think I am descended from one of the few strains of Servile raised to fight. My kind hunts pest and beast. What sort of threats do you face? There are the rogue creations. They are all around. Many appeared recently, mysteriously, and they plague us. Leader Kobar can tell you more about them if you are interested. There are also the bandits. They are extra weight. Our load grows too heavy to bear. I can help you with your struggles. We hope that, when you Shapers return, you could help us. But do not think your help will make us willingly return to servitude. There is a tribe of Inudal Servile bandits to the north. They are strong fighters and cunning. They raid us, they take our food and weapons and wealth. They do not kill, but they take our food. It is a struggle. In their raids, if you have to kill them all to do it, so much the better. We can't destroy them without losing many of our own, but you have the powers of a Shaper. You should be able to destroy them with no difficulties. There is a pack of Inudal Serviles. Yes, I know you see all of us as rogue. These bandits are worse. We Awakened will deal with you, Shaper. Rogues will hunt and kill you. Where do these bandits come from? Some in the 3 Servile villages develop poorly. They don't fit in. They have to be expelled. The Inudal, they are called. You are familiar with it. It is a Shaper term. Some Inudal form peaceful settlements. Others are full of rage and greed. They hunt. Can I maybe deal with the bandits? They are foul brigands. They make our children go to bed hungry. For once, the way Shapers treat rogues will be appropriate. Unlike the others, this muscular Servile does not fear you, or if he does, he won't show it. He sizes you up, trying to figure out whether you are a help or a threat to the Serviles under his care. The sword hangs from his belt, which is shocking. Serviles are not allowed weapons. He bows to you, a very short, sharp motion, all the time keeping his eyes on you. Welcome to our home. I am Leader Kobar, proud Awakened and the chosen leader of the tribe of Vakkiri. It is a pleasure to have the Shapers among us again at last. You could not fail to notice the way Kobar emphasized the word leader, or the lack of enthusiasm he put into saying the last sentence. Tell me about Vakkiri. After the Shapers abandoned us, we survived struggles for survival. Most were unable to live without your commands. Some of us were selected by cruel nature to be allowed to survive. We have formed 3 villages on Susia Island, that I know of. We know little of the wild northern half of the island. I wish to learn more of Sucia Island. When and why was it abandoned? I deal with the now and the future. I leave it to others to worry about that past. You should talk to learned Pinner. He points to the northwest. She loves your kind more than is safe. She will gladly share all of her limited knowledge with you. What are the other villages that you know of? To the east there is Pintail. They are a feckless lot, servile and weak. You will like them. Past Pintail is Kazg. You may wish to avoid them. They are martial, and they have no love for Shapers. They hate you and fear you, a volatile combination. You don't know about the north half of Sucia Island? To the north is harsh wasteland, full of rogue clawbugs and vlish. There we do not go. The northeast is full of mountains, well protected by Shaper creations and traps. Beyond, we cannot go. In those places, you might find anything. Leader Kobar continues to watch you carefully, attempting to divine your true intentions. It would be a pleasure to speak with you further, Shaper. The sword at his side is still distracting. I need to learn about the tribes of Sucia Island. Of course, you need to survive and escape. We have an interest in your being here. The rogue creations have grown more dangerous in recent years. I choose to guide you, in the hope that you benefit the Serviles trapped here. When the Serviles abandoned us, we Serviles had to find our own ways and beliefs. As the years passed, we split into 3 sects. The Awakened, the Obeyers, and the Takers. Tell me of the Obeyers. They are the ones who wish to follow. They are the ones who worship your kind as gods. You will find them in Pintail to the east. As obedient and pliable as you could possibly wish. We are not fond of them. I would like to contact them. You should. Pintail is to the northeast. Their leader is called Rideout. I am sure they will give you a friendly welcome on all the groveling you desire. I hope you can help them. They are weak-minded, but not evil. Tell me of the Takers. They are the mad ones of Kaz, the Takers of Free. They have been warped by the cruelty of their lives here. They were made by the Shapers, and now they wish to overthrow them. They wish to separate from the Shapers completely, and if the Shapers attempt to deal with them, they wish to die fighting. They are mad. We have no worship for the Shapers, but we do not hate them either. We wish to be equal, that is all. I would like to contact them. You will have to be careful. If you don't show them respect, they will probably attack you. They are a little mad. Kaz gives a long journey to the east. Their leader is Norel. She might speak with you. I think she knows more about the north half of the island than we do. Tell me of the Awakened. All in this village are of the Awakened sect. We have been awakened from the dark sleep of Shaper mastery. Our eyes are open. We wish to deal with the Shapers as equals, with friendship and gratitude, but we will not be slaves to you any longer. Be wary, if you anger the Awakened, this town will no longer be open to you. This is a strange, new belief, but I hear some wisdom in it. He looks, despite himself, relieved. I am glad to hear it. When you arrive, we expected you to fight us. Yet, if we can convince you, there may be hope for peace. What dangers do you face in your village? Hunger, cold, rogue creations, all the many perils you Shapers abandoned us to. He pauses for a moment, thinking. Then he says, but you know something? We Serviles are not as foolish as you think. We can play, and we plan, and we can trade. I can't help but notice that you are lacking supplies. If you would use some of your awesome Shaper power to aid us instead of crush us, I could provide you with useful goods. A fair trade. Does that appeal to you? I will trade with you. What do you want? It is an easy task. The main road to the east passes by Watch Hill. It is the road to the fortress of Elra, leader of the Awakened. And, recently, almost overnight, Watch Hill has become infested with rogues. We suspect that something or someone is creating them. There are too many there to be accounted for by random migration. We suspect old Shaper magic has been reawakened. Go there and remove the source, and we will pay you. Why do you say it is an easy task? He is confused. You are a Shaper. They are creations. How can they stand against you? His faith is touching, but he overestimates what you can do against a large, fully rogue creation. What sort of rogues? We have seen Thods and Fioras, minor creations, but very dangerous to us. They all seem new, young and fresh, free of scars. It is very strange. Most rogues on Sucia are old, battered creatures. Why can't you kill them? You did not make most Serviles to fight. Our strain was created to farm and to carry. We don't have the strength to easily defeat your other creations. I wish to leave this island. I require a boat. Where can I find one? I would like to help you, Shaper. We are a trading people, and we require your help as well. You can assist us. Sometime, you should speak with me of the dangers we face. I was stranded here because a large ship destroyed my craft. Who might do such a thing? I do not know. Who would attack a Shaper in such an open and foolish way? Only the mad attract the wrath of the Shapers. In this, I wish I could help you. Such provocations can't be good for anyone. Not even the wild survivals of Kaz would do such a thing. You will not find the answer to this mystery here. You seem nervous about my presence. The sooner you tell me how to escape, the sooner I will be gone. He thanks. That is a good point. We have no boat here, but we heard rumors that Pintail wanted to build a sea craft. Pintail is the next village to the east. If you can reach them, then they might help you abandon us again. Okay, bags of meal, but we're not going to worry about picking them up. We'll take those coins, though. Okay, I don't think I can cure myself yet, so we'll just have to heal up every time I take damage, I guess. Ooh, living tool right there. We are definitely going to need those. You are accustomed to seeing expressions of greed and cunning in the eyes of humans. See such entrepreneurial zeal in the eyes of a Servile as unexpected and unnerving. The Servile walks up to you eagerly. Shaper or not, the Servile wants to trade. Welcome, Shaper. I am Cole. Welcome to my trading post. I exchange goods with sentient beings all over Sucia Isle. I got attacked by an Artilla in the tunnels under your shop. Oh, yes, those burrowing, acid-spitting rogues. Yeah, we get those. I've never met a Servile shopkeeper before. Well, in the absence of the Shapers, we've had to fend for ourselves. That means growing and making what we need to survive. That means trade. I deal in both Servile-made goods and Shaper artifacts. I know nothing about why the Shapers left us, but thankfully they left much behind. You trade with other settlements on Sucia? Yes, I had contacts in Pinto and even Kaz. We traded for a while. Then the roads were blocked by hordes of rogue creations. We lost contact with the other merchants. If you go to other villages and meet Serviles named Pixley and Arth, please let me know. I have plenty of supplies, and I gladly pay for useful information. Okay, I need some supplies. Cole's goods, while inferior to anything back home, could still help you survive the wilderness of Sea Island. His goods are a mix of scavenged Shaper debris and Servile-made weaponry. Okay, so since I'm a Shaper, I don't really need any of this stuff. Because this is more fitting for a Guardian. But then again, this could use a shield here, since that actually has value. I'm not worried about ice crystals either, because we'll get plenty of the... we'll just buy a couple of them anyway. And let's go ahead and buy the shield. I want to sell something. Now, unlike a Vernum, there is no, like, barter skill to lower prices, so we're just gonna... So you can just sell the items. And also, stores do have limited amount of money, so keep that in mind when you're selling. The other games had an unlimited amount of money you could sell to them, or they could sell back to you. There is a lot of old Shaper trash back here. The shopkeeper must have accumulated it all while scavenging for things to trade. But we'll go ahead and take these living tools here, though. Terrestria as leaders, there are two sorts of humans, Shapers and Common. The Common are the regular folks of Terrestria, peasants, soldiers, tinkers, ordinary humans. They form their own cities, organizations, and political hierarchies. They are also mostly allowed to rule Terrestria. Everything they do is subject to approval or rejection by the Shapers, though the Shapers rarely bother to interfere. The rule of the Shapers is light but firm. The Common can learn magic, but they are forbidden from attempting the Shaper arts, upon penalty of death. To become a Shaper, the Common must pass a series of difficult tests as a child. Being accepted as a Shaper is rare. There are no second chances. Okay, fortunately I was able to take that without anyone seeing me. Alright, we are going to go back to the area. Mechanic skill is not high enough, we'll just leave it alone then. We'll just go back to this section that I didn't go to before I went downstairs, so... Inurni wears the traditional long robes of the Serviles, oddly similar to Shaper robes. Hers are dotted with a wild variety of food stains, all colors and sizes. She is bustling around her kitchen, preparing huge meals to feed the Serviles who live in these halls. As she walks by, she says, "I am Inurni. Welcome to my kitchen. You look hungry." "I am hungry. Could I get some food?" Surprisingly, Inurni isn't just giving you food. The Serviles here believe in fair trades for all goods, even with Shapers. I like how the prices say very expensive when that's only 2 coins, but whatever. What do you Serviles eat? What does anyone eat? Mostly vegetables grown here in forage, some bread, some meat from the orange we raise, and all of it raised or found by us with no Shaper help. Sorry, didn't mean to give you an awakened lecture there. She laughs. It looks like you are hard at work. Oh yes, I don't cook for all Serviles, but I make meals for all who haven't been mated. That is enough to keep my days very busy. It would be much easier if my best knife hadn't been stolen. It was true steel, hardened by magic, a true Shaper artifact. I would pay well to have it back, but, oh well. A brigand probably took it. Brigands? Pfft, those rogue Serviles are a curse. Rodus Blade can tell you more. Any chance the knife is still in Vakkiri? Maybe. I searched well for it, but it's possible the Servile here borrowed it. I don't need anything. Inurni is still listening to you, but her attention is mostly on her cooking. I don't need anything else. Alright, come back when you get hungry. Awaken wishes. We of the Awaken have fair requests. When the Shapers return, they will be presented in the spirit of openness and good wishes. Any creation with the presence to say, "I am a thinking, free being," must become one. A free thinking creation will be bound by the same laws as the Common and be punished for crimes in the same way. A free thinking creation will be able to sell goods and labor freely and be bound by the same laws as the Common. A free thinking creation capable of magic can apply to learn this power according to the same laws as the Common. The Servile woman is tending to the rows of pallets in this old hall. She looks up at you strangely. There is none of the expected awe and fear in her eyes. She looks at you as if you were merely another Servile. It is very strange. She says, "I am Cynthia, Cynthia of the Awaken. I welcome you to our humble home, Shaper." Do all of you Serviles live in this hall? No, all of Vakkiri lives in your old buildings. Many of us live in these barracks, and others, those of rank and stature, live in the private homes. I choose to live here. I like to be close to my fellow Serviles. You Serviles speak very well. Who taught you to speak like that? She is slightly offended by the question. Who taught us? We did. After the Shapers left our isle, we still knew how they spoke. We started to speak that way ourselves. We know that Shapers think very little of us. That is why I was awakened. Some of us, though, do not speak as well. They do not have aspirations. Who does not speak well? Well, if you meet Clackett, do not give too much weight to what he says or how he speaks. He is one of us, but he is foolish, and he speaks foolishness. Do not judge me worse because of him. Cynthia watches you with interest. She is too young ever to have seen a true Shaper, and the experience fascinates her. What other needs do you have here, Shaper? You said that you are awakened. Tell me more. We are a sect of Serviles, led by the mighty Elra. We believe that we Serviles must stand up for ourselves, be proud, claim our intelligence and our birthright, and look to you Shapers as our equals. We know that many Shapers will not approve of this. We will accept the consequences of this. If you would like to learn more, you should speak with Elra. Tell me about Elra. He is the founder of the Awakened. He is our creator. He is old now. He was the first one to stand up and tell us that we should look out for ourselves. Shapers have abandoned us, and that made us free. You should speak with him. He lives to the east in the fortress past Watch Hill. And what is your job in Vakkiri? Elra asked me to stay here and look after the survivors here to guide them. They are of the Awakened, but sometimes they return to their weak, old, Shaper-worshipping ways. Usually it is simple, but sometimes there are difficulties. Are you having difficulties now? She looks around to make sure nobody is eavesdropping. I suspect that there is a Taker spy in this village. The Takers are a dangerous rogue sect to the east. They want to foment rebellion against the Shapers, an ugly, pointless war. Sometimes they attempt to stir up trouble here. If you found the spy and brought him to my attention, the Awakened would thank you. Okay, so we have another quest there. Oh, that's just Guard. I thought somebody we could talk to. Alright, now as far as the knife quests, we can go ahead and get... Oh, and speaking of quests, if you want to check your quests, they're going to be right here. But I'm going to show you all how to get the stolen knife. You will need, I think, at least one leadership for this to complete this, otherwise you won't be able to complete it. There is a small Servile girl here, standing in the meeting place for the Serviles. She has a stick in her hand, and she is watching over a few fat orcs. She watches you curiously as you approach. She has no idea who or what you are. She says, "Hello, stranger, I am Lights. Are you watching these orcs?" Yes, they keep me back here so that I don't play too close to where the monsters are, and they make me watch the orcs so I don't get bored. Aren't the orcs dangerous? She whacks one with her stick. It makes an annoyed mooing noise and shuffles away. Not to me. What are the orcs for? Food, silly. What else would they be for? They aren't proper smart people like Serviles. I have another question. Lights neglects her orc watching duties, concentrating instead on staring at you. Do you know what I am? She frowns. I don't know, but I haven't had much learning yet. I am sorry. I am a Shaper. My people made your people. This is very confusing to her. She clearly doesn't understand what you mean, but she wants to be polite. Oh, that was very nice of you. Shapers see and know everything. She suddenly looks extremely nervous. That's really, interesting. Something is worrying her. Okay, and this is why you need at least one leadership to complete the quest. I am looking for a stolen knife, but I don't think it was stolen. I think it was just lost, and I'll find it on the ground any minute now. You turn around and pretend to look at something. You turn back. Sure enough, there is a sharp steel knife on the ground. Life continues to tend to her orcs as if nothing has happened. And the steel dagger right there. I found your lost dagger. She takes the dagger eagerly. Thank you, Shaper. I am surprised that you would be so kind. Many of us had our doubts. If you ever need food, come to me. I will give it to you cheaper than anyone else. Did someone steal it? It was Lights. Oh, well, that girl is going to get a stern talking to. She needs to learn. Thank you for letting me know. She returns to work. Okay, and that's a free 100 XP for me. Okay, so we pretty much cleared out Vakkiri, but I'm still going to explore everything, of course. There is a quiet, nervous Servile lurking back in this house. You terrify her. He says in a quavering voice, "Hello, I'm Strout. What do you do in this village?" "I raise orcs. Why are you so nervous?" You are Shaper. We are all afraid. We are afraid of how you will control us. Some show it less, but we are all afraid. She closes her mouth tightly. She didn't mean to say that much. I don't want to control you. You don't have to worry about that. We are glad to hear you say it, but we will believe it when we see it. Okay. You meet a short, pale Servile slumped in an old stone chair. He is clean and quiet, but he doesn't look like he has been out of this building for some time. He speaks without looking up from the floor. Welcome, Shaper. I am Nab. I've been waiting for you to come see me. What are you doing back here? I've been waiting for you to come back here and see me. I am risking much to speak with you. I must say what I have to say. I act without instructions for my sect, because I believe it is worth the risk. I am of the Takers. I am a spy here from the village of Kazg. I have come to see what the Awakened are doing. I tell you this because we wish your alliance. Now I only wait for you. I will risk my life to remain here and see if you can help the Takers. Do not listen to the lies of the Awakened and the Obeyers. Do not throw in your lot with them until you have been to Kazg and seen truth. Tell me about the Takers. The Awakened here are on the right track, but they are weak. Serviles must be free. There is no hope of true freedom and happiness for the Servile race until we totally shed the influence of your kind. We will accept your support, though one day we must leave you behind. We hope that you will help us. With you and our other allies, we may break free of the Shaper Fist. We will do anything to bring this about. Who are your other allies? I am forbidden to say. If I do, I will be punished harshly. There are powerful forces on this isle, and we are linked with them. Forces that may make even the Shapers tremble. Join us, help us, and you may share in those powers too. You want me to betray the Shapers? Of course, you should. You crush the creations. You abandon us. You are cruel to us. You are unjust. You must betray your kind for justice. It is a hard choice. Fortunately, we can repay you. How could you possibly repay me? This island is full of secrets, full of power. We know those who can unlock it for you. To learn more, you must give us help. Okay, interesting. Oh, hang on. What sort of help? Nab is still hiding back here. I am glad you still want to speak with me, Shaper. I still need help. What sort of help do you want? East of here, you can find the leader of the Awakened. His name is Elra. He is powerful and smart. With his leadership, the Awakened might control all of Susia. He is also well protected, but you are a Shaper. If you kill him, you will have the true gratitude of the Takers. If you do, we will help you draw from the true power we have uncovered. Whatever happens to me, this offer will still be open. What will happen when Elra is slain? I would not return here. The wrath of Serviles here will be great. Instead, go east to Kazg. There we will welcome you, and we will help you contact our allies, the ones with the incredible power. How can I kill their leader? You are a Shaper. You can destroy creations with ease, right? That is what the stories say. Unleash your power. Why should I kill Elra? He offers you nothing. He wants to take the Serviles from you, but he will offer you no power in return. We want you to betray your people, but we will pay you for it in power. Are you sure about that? Okay, so that obviously is the spy in Vakkiri, but we're not going to complete that yet, because there is something else I want to do before I complete that quest. Oh dang, not enough living tools, huh? A young, dirty Servile walks right up to you and looks you in the eye. I clack it. Glad see. Me know things. Secrets. His attitude is not what you're used to, but he uses the sort of speech you have come to expect from Serviles. This is how they usually talk. Cynthia said that I should ignore you. Cynthia thinks she's smart. There many way be smart. I watch. Listen. This I know. Cynthia need listen. Her big talk make her no listen. Why don't you talk like the other Serviles? I smart like them. I know dumb. I know talk Shaper. Not like you. I Servile talk. Choice. What sort of things do you know? I travel. Listen. Talk. Learn lots. Want help you. Know what Servile think of you. Know you crime if you crime. Know secrets. How did you learn so much? Clacket walks, town to town, through wilds. Servile hate other Servile, but all Servile like Clacket. Share secret to all. Send news. Useful. Get food for it. What do the Servile think of me? Servile have hope. Little hope. Listen hard what you say. Maybe you want Servile a little free. What sort of crimes have I committed? Sorrel not know you. Sorrel see big, clumsy Shaper. Maybe rogue or not. We wait and see. Talk you more. Me talk, me no. I want to learn secrets. You Shaper. Want you happy? You ask, I talk. Where can I find a boat? Leader Kobar. He point right way. Why was this island barred? Learn Pinner. He points where you go, learn secret. What is around here? East are 2 villages. First is servants, next is danger. North is deadly desert with many rogue creatures. Be careful there. My craft was attacked. Who did it? There are invaders on this isle. That what I know. No more than that. Secrets answered to east. Okay, now that he walked away, we can go ahead and take that. The Sorrel is large and round under her robe, far more than you have ever seen. Unusual. When she sees you, she grins, showing a mouthful of healthy teeth. When she bows to you, you notice that she wears gold rings and a jeweled necklace. Clearly, some Sorrels are wealthier than others. Welcome, Shaper. She says, I am Dreet of Vakkiri, recently a Pintil. You are from Pintil? Up until recently. Then I came here. I wish to join the Awakened. I was tired of the survivals of Pintil and their obeyer gibberish. We were originally made to serve, yes, but that time has passed. We obey mindlessly no longer. Tell me about the obeyers. They believe that Shapers are their true masters and that, to be happy, they must follow and obey you in all things. I claim here to claim fealty to the Awakened. We believe that we must rise and face you Shapers as equals. We know that there is risk in this path, but we also know that is what we must do. You belong to the Awakened now? Yes, if you wish to learn more of the Awakened, find Cynthia. She works in the main barracks. She can teach you. You do not wish to serve. Why are you still called Survivals? That was a difficult decision. It was a name you gave us. We did not know whether we should keep it. Finally, we chose to. It reminds us of who we are and where we came from. But we on this isle, we will not be servants again. Bree is constantly friendly to you, almost obsequious. She idly turns one of her rings around on her finger as she speaks. Are you wealthy? What is wealth? None of us Survivals are truly wealthy. All we have is what we can scavenge and what we grow. But in the sense that I have more goods to trade for things I want, I suppose I am wealthy. What sort of things do you own? She points at the door in the west wall. Well, there is an artifact back there that we Survivals can't use. It would kill us, but I suspect that it would be useful for you. For 200 coins, I would unlock the door for you. An artifact? What does it do? Greet shrugs. Mysteries of the Shapers. I am trying to protect you from the rogue creations all around you. All your wealth will not help you if this town is overrun. You should help me help you. Dreet thinks on that for a good long time. Then she walks over to the door and presses the concealed button. I can see your point. The door will open for you now. This room contains piles of old Shaper trash, mostly worthless to you, but potentially valuable to villagers. War Blessing. Blesses all nearby allies, helping them hit more often in battle and do more damage. Each extra point of the skill increases the effect. You know, since it doesn't really have any value, I'm just going to go ahead and put this cloak in there. We'll just get a new cloak. A better cloak when we find one. The Survival's robes are heavily stained, and in places dissolved. This little house is packed with equipment and supplies to make pods and spores. Even considering what you've already seen, this is a little shocking. Working magic, even alchemy, is reserved for Shapers alone. The Survival bows to you completely unashamed. He says, Welcome, Shaper. Welcome at last. I am Ham. Welcome to my home. You know how to make pods? How? I'm glad you asked. When you Shapers left, you left behind many things, like equipment and a school. This was long ago. We have had many years to study your writings and artifacts. We had no choice. It was for survival. You should be proud to have achieved so much. Ham beams with pride. I am so grateful that you think so. Though I am awakened, I still have a great deal of respect and admiration for your kind. Thank you for your techniques and good example. Where do you find our artifacts? They are all over. He points to the box in the corner. I found that in some ruins recently, but I can't get the lock open. He thinks. We Awaken believe in fair trades. If you can find a way to get that box open, I would pay you for your time. I am sure you could use more supplies. Why don't you just smash it open? Because some of your artifacts are very fragile. If they break, much can be lost. Also, sometimes your artifacts explode when shaken. Did you try picking the lock? Of course, it is too complicated. You will need to use living tools. Survivals have a hard time using those. They don't respond to us well. Ham is eager to show off his tools and wares, even though he is forbidden to have them by Shaper law. You seem short on supplies, Shaper. Can I interest you in anything? Need to buy any supplies? I could use supplies. Ham has achieved a dangerous level of mastery of skills normally reserved for Shapers. While this is worrying, you can't deny that his stock could be extremely useful in your travels on this island. Okay, I'm definitely taking the living tools for sure. We'll probably come back and get the pods spores later, though. I don't need anything. Alright, you are welcome to return. We'll definitely get more of the pods and spores when we have more money. Okay, we have the living tools for it, so we'll open that box. Also helps that our mechanics is pretty high too, so that limits the amount of tools we needed to use. I got your box open. There are some artifacts inside. I appreciate your taking a moment to use your powers to help someone as low as me. In return, I offer you fair payment as an equal for your efforts. He hands you a pair of flasks. I don't need anything. Alright, you are welcome to return. Alright, a speed pod now. Go in this section now. You meet a withered, bent survival, at least a century old. They are designed to live for a long time, but this one is setting the record. When she sees you, she is overwhelmed with emotion. The survival must exert great effort to keep from breaking down. She stares up at you with awe, as if gods walk the earth now. Maybe they do. With a trembling voice, she says, "Welcome back, Shaper. I am Learned Pinner. Welcome to my home. Welcome at last." I require a boat to escape from this island. Do you know where I can find one? You should find and speak with Leader Kobar. If anyone here would know of that, he would. I found some very strange artifacts on this island, containers full of goo. Do you know anything about them? I think you mean the canisters? The large glass cylinders with the glowing matter inside? I have some of the fragments of them in the back room. They were created by the Shapers here before they left. What are they for? I've never seen one before. The Shapers made them here on this island. We survivals do not use them. Letting them infect us kills us instantly. I have seen it. She winces, turning her face into a maze of wrinkles. We fear your Shaper creations. We avoid them. I have used one. It changed me. It made me more powerful. Are they dangerous? I do not know. I see nothing unusual about you. If you use more of them, I can look at you and see if I can see it change. Learned Pinner watches you intently, eager to assist you. Sometimes she glances around the ruins about her, embarrassed by their crumbling condition. Why is everyone so in awe of me? She is confused. You are one of our creators. You made us survivals and you can make us disappear. All we have and are, we owe to you. Your disappearance has been difficult for us, and we don't know how we should treat you. Well, it looks like you are doing very well here. I don't want to interfere. She is pleased. You are very kind. I'm sure many here will be relieved. For a few, your arrival has caused terror. Most of us love you, of course. Why are you called Learned? It is a mark of respect for my people. I have been alive for many years, and I know much history. I will share it with you if you want. Your kind has been away for very long. Why is Susia Island barred? Why was it abandoned? We do not know. Your kind left a century ago. They left behind us survivals. They did not tell us why they fled. I have an idea, though, where you might get a clue of why the isle was abandoned. Tell me more, where should I look? To the north there is a large ruin. I think it was once a school, where your kind learned their arts. Such a place might still have a servant mine. A mine might have been told why Sucia was abandoned. You might go there and see if the servant mine still lives. If you can learn anything from it, do so. Be careful, though, there are rogue creations in there. If there weren't, I could have gone and looked myself. A school? For you? Young Shapers, we think, not Serviles. Serviles don't get schools. Why do you think a servant mine is there? I met it when I was young, many years ago. We could enter the school before the island went wild and the rogue tame. It was friendly then, but confused. Maybe you can get it to talk sense. There are rogues there? Many, old and battered like most of the rogues. They hunt their own lands and leave us alone, but you will have to pass through them to reach the mine. Okay. So we have yet another quest here. Helping the Inudal. Inudal survivals are those who can't fit in, can't concentrate or help, resistant to authority, disorganized. There is no cause for the Inudal condition. Some survivals are just born that way. There is no order to it. The Shapers, when we last knew them, would dispose of Inudal survivals. This is not just. They may not have immediate utility to the Shaper cause, but they are living things. They still must be dealt with. We must find ways to ease them into our society. Brigands and the violent can't be tolerated. Or, failing that, they can be allowed land to exist on far from us. We can't kill them, but we can't let them harm us either. This is an old Shaper ledger. The Serviles placed it here and reverently cared for it for many years. The mere fact that it belonged to the Shapers makes it incredibly valuable to them. You flip through it, amused. The Serviles don't realize that it is just an old ledger. The records, budgets, and inventories within were probably useless even before the island was abandoned. It won't matter to them anyway. All that matters is that it belonged to the Shapers. Okay, so we've gotten to know the full town of Vakkiri. So I think what I'm going to do first is head up north here. And make sure you are checking your quest log frequently so you know what quests to do. But one cool thing about this game that I think was also in the Avalon games is, and even in Avernum, is they give you an idea of where the quest will specifically be at. Like, go back here for a moment. Yeah, it will show you that you can eliminate the bandits right here. Clear Watch Hill here. So yeah, let's eliminate the bandits. But we are going to cover that in the next part, though, since we're running on time here. So, I'm going to save the game right here, and I'll see you all in the next part.